Hey, welcome back to the Hoppy Time Podcast. On this episode, we're going to go ahead and discuss Cass's pick while bringing you up to speed on what we've been doing for the last week. All right, welcome back to the Hoppy Time Podcast. I'm Flames Kid.
I'm Lena.
And I'm Chris Cass.
And today's pick is Cass, so start us off, man.
Start out well. oh, you mean like, what did I do like this week? Oh, for sure. I've been playing Metroid Dread, man. It's
All right.
It's pretty good. I'm honestly wordless. I can't really say much without giving the plot away of the story, and I feel like the game, I believe they gave it a 9. It's worth that 9, man. The plot's there, the gameplay is there, the mechanics, everything, dude. It's like really there, and I'm finishing it up. I got like a couple more things to do, and then I hit the final boss. I've been laying off of it because I kind of didn't want to finish it. But yeah, man, you know, I'm starting to get like the itch because I want to see how it ends. And I've been hearing like a lot of good things. And the game itself, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but the developers left sequence breaks in the game. And that's kind of like a little Easter egg to the previous 2D Metroid games, where speedrunners would find sequence breaks, which means you would get power-ups ahead of time or skip some power-ups to save time while doing the Metroid runs, you know. So what I thought was really cool is that the developers intentionally put sequence breaks in the game, and that's a cool little Easter egg for anybody that runs Metroid games. Like as I mentioned before, I watch a lot of Oats and Goats, and he has a sub 130, I think, so an hour and 30 minutes. I think it's like 127 right now. And yeah, so I've seen some of his speed runs, but I haven't seen all of it because I don't want to ruin and spoil the game for me, because they normally have techniques on how to beat bosses and stuff like that, and I kind of, like I said, I don't want to ruin it for myself, or like quick kill. Like there's a Kraid quick kill, and that's one of the cool things, like they brought Kraid back. Yeah, but all in all, man, Metroid Dread, it's pretty awesome, man. It's been keeping me entertained. But yeah, I'm starting to approach the end there, and excited, man. Really excited to see how this game is gonna end.
Awesome, man. How's work been?
Work's been tiring, to be honest. I like the fact that I'm working like a 9 to 5, you know, so I go in at 8:30, I get off at like 4:30 sometimes.
Yeah.
So I like the schedule, but the thing is, man, it's like working a 9 to 5 during the week. It's kind of not the bee's knees, dude, because when you have that one day off, you gotta do everything you can't do during the week, and it is a freaking pain. Like, weekends off is nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's really, really nice. But there's some stuff you can't do on the weekends that you can do during the week.
Right.
That's why you ask for a day off during the week, and then you still have your weekend off.
Yeah, but there's like some jobs like yours, you know, you have your weekend off, and then if you ask for another day, then you have 3 days off, and now you lose. Yeah, but I mean, it kind of doesn't matter for you because yours is a commission.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but if you get paid hourly like me, you're missing an entire 8 hours of work, so your paycheck doesn't look as sweet, you know.
That's true. I mean, I'm on a commission type pay here, so you know, for me, it depends on how much I sell. You know, that's my money right there. So
yeah, man, you can have like a sale, like 2 really good sales on, I don't know, man, like on 4 days, and you won't need to work the other 3.
Or he can just have a great 2-3 days and take the rest of the week off, and it doesn't affect him at all.
Or you know, hopefully one day you get like a really, really good sale. Like, you know, I don't know what you plumbers consider a good sale. Probably redoing the plumbing on somebody's house or something.
Yeah,
you
whole
know?
repipe maybe.
Yeah, whole repiping. But
yeah, that's only happened to me once, and that was a pretty big job. So yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you made a pretty good penny out of that.
Yeah, but it was only one time. I'd much rather sell different things and make more money than focus on.
That's not the point.
The point is selling one really good job and not having to work the rest of the week, or not having to try at least the rest of the week.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I could get more depth into it, but no, it's fine.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you deal with that. I don't. It's just hearsay for me. But yeah, I mean, overall, work's been tiring, man. Haven't had an actual day off in a while. Like a day where I could just chill and do nothing. But yeah, I mean, overall, money's pretty good. Sucks that I'm getting paid hourly, but yeah, money's there. So I'm afloat. I'm alive. Can't really complain much about it. Also, kind of getting benefits from it. Not good benefits, not cheap benefits, but benefits. So the only ones I really need is glasses, eyes. That's the only thing I actually really need in my life. So
that's good.
Job's good.
Well, at least you get benefits. Most jobs don't offer. Well, most introductory jobs don't offer benefits. It just sucks,
Yeah. I mean, the goal is to learn from the job and go somewhere else where benefits and pay is better.
Yeah, of course. It's always
that's always the goal, man.
Yep, always got to move up.
But yeah, let's see the popcorn here. Eeny, meeny, miny, Lena.
That was a good one. How are you, Lena?
My week. Pretty interesting week. I believe the last time we spoke about going to Horror Nights. So Flames Kid and I went to Horror Nights with my cousins and my mom and little brother. It was a blast. I don't get to see them very often. So I think the last time I saw one of them, because they're sisters, and then we have I guess I'll call him a cousin-in-law.
Yes, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That's a thing?
That's a thing.
I'm terrible with family, man. Like, I'm just terrible with family. You come up to me and be like, hey, man, who's that? I don't know. Some guy that I know.
In my family,
probably.
Everybody's a cousin. So they're just...
I mean, you have a big family, too. So I would understand that.
Yeah, everybody's just a cousin. They're a cousin somehow. Third cousin, fourth cousin, who does.
Sixth cousin removed.
Oh, God. I never understood that. The removed shit.
Dude, I don't even understand family. You want me to understand sixth, fifth, first cousin remove? I don't get it.
I remember somebody, and sorry, Lena, I'm taking away your time, but
yeah, same. Sorry.
There was we went to a family party, and somebody in English, because we all speak Spanish at family parties, but somebody in English said, "Oh, well, that's your second cousin removed." And I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, second cousin removed.
Can you explain that? Do you know what it is?
I'm like, what is this removed shit? Like, what are you removing?
Does it mean disowned? I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
I kind of got upset at the person because I'm like, what the fuck do you mean by?
Well, why didn't you ask?
Well, I did, but they couldn't explain it. They're like, oh, that's just what we say, and I'm like, what do you mean that's just what we say?
I guess it's just a thing.
And yeah.
Maybe I was removed too.
But anyways, Lena, sorry, go back to you.
Yeah, so we got to hang out. We talked a lot about baseball, just because it's getting really heated and everything. We unfortunately went to Horror Nights on a very busy night, and honestly, I have friends that work at Universal Studios in general, and they said that it's been really, really busy just the past few weekends and then future weekends. Like, it's already sold out. So with that, it's not really enjoyable because you're waiting in line for the most part, which was cool in our case because we don't really see each other often, so we got to talk a lot and catch up. So that was nice, but we didn't get to do a lot of the stuff, so that kind of sucked. But overall, great time. It's always good time. This is actually our, I believe, 6th year of our spooky traditions. It's like a thing we have. Like I said, we don't see each other very often, so we like to make it a goal to meet up every year and at least do something to represent something towards Halloween. We'll go visit random haunted houses. We've gone to Apple Valley. We've tried Thousand Oaks. So this time we kind of just went a little basic and went to Horror Nights, but because we've never gone together. And it was cool, but the most exciting part about the visit was taking my little brother. He's not so little. I say little brother, but he's not so little.
That's my little brother now too.
Pretty much. So he's like 6 years old. I mean, 14.
He's 6?
He's 14. In my head, he lives.
Wait, how is he 14?
13.
Damn, you don't even know your little brother's age?
In my head, he's 6 years old. That's my
messed up.
baby.
He's 13.
He's 6 years old.
He's closer to 14 now. though.
He's a teenager now.
He's almost 14. But anyways, he's 6 years old. So that's my little kiddo. And so it was his first time going to a Halloween theme park or Universal Horror Nights, or, you know, he's never been to Not Scary Farm. He's never been to any other Halloween themed event. And we're pretty nervous, but I feel like because of the COVID restrictions and stuff like that, they tried to play it more safe. So they had bigger mazes, which let for more space, and it was not as intimate and in your face as it usually is. So I guess he was fine with it. I didn't really see him get too scared. There was maybe 2 instances where I saw him flinch. So that kind of sucked. I thought he would kind of be scared a little more, but he had fun. He likes being around all the grown-ups. And so I really hope he enjoyed it. It seemed like he did. So that was that. And then what else did we do that weekend? We went to Frankensons. So Frankensons is like a collectibles, and to me it's like a giant swap meet of a lot of fun stuff. There's a lot of vendors there. You get to walk around and you can literally find anything. There's sports, there's card games, there's video game stuff, like anything collectible, anything game related, anything fun related, you can just find there, and people get really creative there, so it's really cool. But we went mostly because they had a Halloween event as well. So they had a bunch of like Halloween vendors in a whole little corner, just, you know, promoting the brands and selling their spooky things. And it was really, really cool to go because it makes me feel like home. I like all that creepy stuff. So it was really nice to go and walk around, even though it was very, very packed. But it was really cool to see that because we've gone to Frankensons a lot. Most of the time it's for Yu-Gi-Oh! But that time it was more for me to just walk around and see all that stuff. So that was really cool. We even got to see some friends out there. And
that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very random. So shout out to Hugo 3G. Sorry, I just have to say it like that. Shout out to his brother Christian. We did meet up with them there at Frankensons, and I mean I'll talk about it a little bit later, but yeah, Lena.
Yeah, so there are reasons to why they were there too, and partially of why Flames Kid and Cass were there, but I was there for the Halloween stuff, and I thought it was really, really cool, and just a great representation of different vendors that sell different things, and they sell them year round. So it was really cool to see like their names and get their Instagrams so I can follow and support all year long, and not just when they get to be really exposed during Halloween time.
Not just during spooky season.
Yeah, pretty much.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Oh my god, that damn
Send
song.
shivers down my spine.
I haven't heard it this year, man. I need to hear it.
Really?
I
haven't heard it.
I hear it all the time.
Yeah, I hear it all the time too.
Yeah.
It's such a good song. I used to hate it, but like now thinking about it, it's like we just watch the guy in the pumpkin head. Just like scary skeletons.
Something did come into my mind when you were talking about getting days off and how we could work, like you miss a day and you feel it on your paycheck. I went through a period of time, I think it was mostly in September, where I was asking for days off or asking to get out early just because I don't know, work had been getting really overwhelming, so I kind of just didn't want to be there. It was stressing me out, and I was requesting a lot of days or requesting to get out early, and that's when I realized my time was really coming to an end there. And so I went ahead and put in a notice. I'm gonna resign from my position, which is a big leap, but thankfully I have Flames Kid to support me in my decision and support me in going back to school full time, and I'm going to go for my career. So that's really exciting. I got into the class I need, and it's just going to help me get to where I need to be, where I could be happier. And but it is nice to work at a place that has PTO where you can take that day off and not feel it so harshly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'm grateful for that, and I gave them I didn't do the normal 2 weeks. I kind of gave them plenty of time. Hopefully they're able to get someone to fill in my position so that I can train. Because, oh boy, I feel like they'll crash and burn without me. And that's not tooting my own horn. I really mean that.
Hey, man, that's not your issue anymore.
Yeah.
I know. I just, I did care about the job and the facility itself. But there's just a point.
But the real question is, did they care about you?
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't.
There you go.
And
So
that's
why
why.
care about them?
Yeah, because they're really trying to convince me to stay, and it just
$5 more, Crystal.
but it's not about the money. It's not, $5 more would be great, but it's not about that.
It's always about the money.
maybe a little bit.
If it ain't about the money.
Okay, but that's the thing. If it is about money, it's not just it's not gonna be there. It's me going back to school and doing what I want to do, and that'll be beneficial because what I would like to do is more money, and it'll also mean something to myself. I'll feel like it's what I would have achieved something for myself more than where I am now.
Look,
So this isn't what I want to do.
Point is, you got to do what's going to make you happy.
Yeah.
Whether, whatever it takes, you got to do that. And, I mean, that's how we feel achieved sometimes. I mean, achieved. That's how we feel successful sometimes.
Accomplished,
Yeah,
too,
accomplished.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it's not about the money. This is something I got to do. And I mentioned it last time. It's going to be self-care because I'll be going to school, educating myself, and then taking care of myself. I'll actually have the time to pay attention to my needs and whatever.
If you're not stressing about school.
You know what's crazy is I always complain and stress about school, but I actually like it. I'll sit my butt down and I'll study all day long for a stupid test and exam. You've seen it.
Yeah.
I'll complain about it, but guess what? I'm actually signing back up for it. And
It's like I tell everybody, man, you're suffering, but in the long run, it's all going to pan out for you.
yeah, it'll be beneficial for,
Yeah.
and it's stuff that I like. So
Yeah.
it's not going to feel so bad.
That's good.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean, all we can do is wish you well and, hope everything goes as you want it to go.
Okay, bye, Crystal.
Yep. Popcorn. Flame's good.
Well, I'm the only one left.
Shut
It's not really
up.
popcorn.
It's
Anyways.
still
Y'all
popcorn.
can popcorn it back to me.
All right. Well, I'm going to say the Dodgers haven't been doing so well against the damn Braves. I know they're the underdogs on the card,
Who's the underdogs?
the Braves.
I don't think so, man.
Well, I mean, they're just,
they're both really good teams, dude, to be honest.
Yeah, but the Braves, I think, won it a little bit more than the Dodgers. But I mean, obviously, I'm rooting for the Dodgers. I want to go to I want to go to a World Series game. But right now, it's not looking too bright for the Dodgers. I'm hoping that they can pick it up in Game 5, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Not 2 years in a row, man. I'm sorry.
I know,
sorry,
but
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
I'm just hoping for the best,
Yeah.
But with that being said, my week has been same thing as Lena. We did go to Horror Nights. That was absolutely terrifying, and I don't mean in the sense of I got scared. I mean like
lines.
the lines were ridiculous. I mean,
So the lines were more scary than the actual mazes?
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
we went to the first maze, and the maze was about an hour and a half wait, which was like okay,
Jesus.
which is like okay, it's moving fast, it's great. Immediately after leaving that maze, we go to maze 2, and that's a damn 2-hour wait.
No one was on an hour
Okay.
and 30 minutes.
Okay, I didn't go with you guys. To kind of clarify this for me. Horror Night starts at what time?
8.
7.
Oh, sorry, 7.
7? What time did you guys get there?
8.
And what time did you guys get on the first line?
Maybe like 8:20.
8:20. So
Yeah.
I mean, you spent an hour and a half in that line. So you got out around what?
Almost
11?
10. Almost 10.
Oh yeah, 8:20.
And then we
Yeah,
went to
so
the
10.
second one, and we got out like around 12.
And what time does Horror Nights end?
2.
Holy hell!
So after
man.
12, we went to one more, and that was a short one. I think it was like 20 minutes maybe.
a short maze or a short wait?
Short wait.
Short wait.
All
Okay.
the mazes were short. All the mazes were maybe like not even 5 minutes worth of
Dude.
content. And I mean, it's not on Horror Nights or anything like that. It's just all these restrictions in LA prevent it from being what it used to be. you
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
And Lena made a good point when we were there. She's like, well, last year there was no Horror Nights, so people missed it. So
Yeah.
they're coming out this year to actually come out. But unfortunately, just the lines were ridiculous. I don't think
Yeah.
it was worth the money we paid to go there.
Thank God I didn't go there. I really dodged the bullet there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah,
Like I said, the most beneficial part was to see my family and to hang out with my cousins
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
my mom. And I guess you missed messing with Matthew, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
probably would have shoved him into one of those creepy dudes with the
Well,
chainsaws.
we pushed him to the front on the second one.
yeah, he didn't like that, but
You
we-
pushed him to the front.
well, I kind of held him in the front, and then we.
Okay.
Like he
Yeah.
went in first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Why was he lagging behind?
He
Like
was
on the
trying to
other ones?
hide. He was trying to hide between me and my mom on the first one. On the first one, so that's why on the second one we were like, no,
He just shoved him to the-
boom,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, and then so that was Horror Nights. Like I said, I had fun just because I got to see Crystal's cousins, her mom, Matthew, and we all just got to hang out and talk. So that was awesome. And obviously drink a little bit beforehand. So we were kind of like buzzed as we went into Horror Nights.
And we continued drinking throughout Horror Nights.
Yeah, so that was cool. But on Sunday, because Saturday we took a rest day. On Sunday we went to Frankincense, and I love going to that place, just because of all the random things you see. I love collecting pops, so I'll go and see the pops. Some vendors, I understand why they have them at ridiculous prices, but some of them are just.
Well, they're collectibles, man. Like you gotta keep that in mind. Like,
Yeah,
they have
but-
ridiculous prices, but
But I mean, it's beyond. It's more expensive than what it actually costs. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, let's say that. Obviously, we all know pops vary from like 10 to 25.
Yeah.
Okay, that's regular price, and
Yeah.
I understand that as a collector, you're not gonna sell it for that. But don't fucking triple the price on something that's only worth maybe double the price.
Yeah, but
Thing
is that thing easy to find?
Yeah, that's
the
what I was
real
gonna
question.
mention it.
That's true.
Sometimes you'll
Yeah.
like you found your blue eyes. Where the hell would you have found that?
That's true. But Blue Eyes is not one of those pops that's like
worth something.
yeah, that's worth something.
Yeah,
you know?
see,
Okay. But also think about the time and effort that they take in finding these just to put them on their shelves and sell.
That's not it, man. For me, it's more like, what is it worth to you? They're
Yeah.
selling it at a price that it's worth to you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's basic economics. There is a price that everybody is willing and able to pay.
yeah, that's true.
Like you saw the blue eyes, and how much did the blue eyes cost you?
15, I think.
15. You were willing to pay $15.
Yeah.
But if it was like 20, 25, would you have paid $25 for it?
Probably still. Yeah.
There you go, because you like blue eyes and it's worth $25.
Yeah.
So, like,
But
economics, man.
you do have a point, Flames Kid. There are some that are over $100, and I think like, what the hell?
And I don't just mean on pops. I also mean on cards. I mean, I'm a collector.
It's everything, man.
I like collecting Pokemon cards. Honestly, just for the pictures. Honestly, and I like collecting Yu-Gi-Oh. Just recently we got it back into it, and this was from the mega episode. We were all hanging out here. We're talking about stuff, reminiscing on our childhood, and we just decided to, like, you know what? Why don't we just build little fucking decks and go against each other? And it just turned out to be a bigger thing. So that's the reason we saw Hugo 3's brother there. He's gonna hate me for doing that.
Yeah.
You sound like a bumblebee.
I know. We saw his brother there and another of the competitors in the tournament. So yeah, we saw them there and we're like, well, what are you guys doing here? Oh, we're just buying cards and stuff, and they're getting ready for this tournament, and we're just like, fuck, you guys are really taking it serious. Like, we were just gonna fuck around, but it's serious now. It's like really competitive. So I mean, it's fun. It's fun to play it.
It's friendly competitive, not competitive.
Until the day comes and all these guys want to whip it out because one person brought a deck that's stronger than the other, and then it'll be interesting. I'm going for the entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun for sure. Just because we're all differently invested into the game.
You guys
So-
are all try-harding, man. That's it.
All right, we'll see, man. We'll keep you guys updated as far as that goes.
I'm there for funsies.
So yeah, that's the reason we saw them there, because they were just stocking up and getting whatever they needed to basically try to beat us. But I don't think that's happening. But yeah, another thing that's happened to me this week is work. It is my second week at this job, and I am loving it every single minute. This is my first week actually going out on the field, and it's been good. It's been really good, They've equipped me with everything I need to get started, and I cannot complain so far. Now it's just about, making sure I do what I need to do to obviously earn my keep and just keep it going,
Yep.
So so as far as that goes, I'm just remaining positive. It has been a different experience from the previous plumbing job I had. Way different. I cannot even begin to explain how different it is, and the experience from everybody, from the office crew to the management to even interactions with my boss. He's a real cool dude. My manager, easy guy to talk to if you ever have questions or anything. And even the techs, themselves, the plumbers, if you ever have a question, these guys are, a one call away. And that's cool, because we're not always going to have answers to everything. So it's cool that we work as a team. But yeah, besides that, that's basically been my week. I wish I could say more, but I'm at an awe right now. I just hope that the Dodgers can win. And Lena looks at me with the face. But yeah, guys, any other final thoughts you guys want to add to your weeks?
Everybody should go to Frankenstein's at least once.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
At least once, man. Honestly.
And it's crazy because before they used to be in a different location, still in the same city of industry, but it used to be in a different location, and it was very hard to find parking.
Yeah.
And two,
I think it depends on the day of the week you go, though.
well, back then it was only open Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Oh, if you're talking about back then yeah.
Yeah, it was
sure.
only open Wednesday afternoons and Saturday mornings. And I mean, obviously, with 2 days open, everybody's going to try to go there either Wednesdays or Saturdays. So when they were open, it was impossible to find parking. Sometimes we'd have to park a block away just to find parking and walk back to the place,
And it was also a very small space, so it was very crowded.
Yeah. And no AC.
Yeah, there wasn't any what do you call it? Central
Air.
Central air.
Yeah. So they moved over to what used to be a Sam's Club, I believe. And they converted it into, a big warehouse where they have all the vendors there with AC, obviously everybody keeps their distance because of COVID.
It's just much more spacious in general.
Yeah.
So everyone can keep their distance.
And they're open more days a week now. I believe they're open all 7 days now.
No, they're not.
No, they're not?
They're not open on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Because I have Tuesdays off and I try to go on Tuesdays, but it says cold. They're open Wednesdays and the weekends now, I believe.
And that's cool, because, more people get to go. It's parking is a lot easier.
Well, even with the giant space, parking is a little iffy, but
here's the thing.
It depends on the day.
No, you don't have to park a block away now.
Yeah. It's literally one ginormous lot. If you just take a few turns, someone's bound to leave and you're going to find something.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You're going to park far away, but at least it's not going to be a block away.
Yeah, it's just going to be like at the end of the lot, which is honestly not that bad. It's a big lot.
Just imagine any Sam's Club lot or any
Yeah.
Costco lot.
Yeah.
It's basically the same size.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's on Frankenstein's, and we hope everybody gets to see it once.
Well, maybe we'll have a booth there one day.
I know, hopefully.
Ooh.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. But that'd be a lot to manage.
I've always had this little dream of always trying to sell TCG cards. Doesn't matter what, but just something. I just feel like it'll be a pain to do.
It's just, in my opinion, it's too much work, man. It's kind of like selling collectibles.
Yeah.
You gotta be the first one on everything. You gotta be, you gotta be there, dude. You just gotta be there when it comes out. You gotta know your times. You gotta do your research.
Camp out to be the first one to get it.
Yeah, you just selling collectibles and selling cards and stuff like that. It's like you gotta be the first one to get it. You gotta put time and effort into it.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's not impossible, but it's time consuming, and I don't know, man. I don't feel like putting that much effort into selling stuff like that.
Yeah, I just much rather collect it.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, we've rambled on about ourselves. Let's go ahead and get into this beer cast. What have you got for us today?
This is a load of barnacles.
Oh man, I guess we're heading in the.
No, but
Spun Zone.
seriously, yeah, it is a load of barnacles. The beer is literally called a load of barnacles.
A load of barnacles.
Yep.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. It is SpongeBob theme. So to anybody that knows the meme, yeah, SpongeBob.
All right.
SpongeBob artwork, stuff like that. It's pretty. The brewing company kind of has like this thing where they just have like different artworks from other like shows and stuff like that. Because I've seen one with Tom from Tom and Jerry on it.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. But yeah, like they like to touch on like stuff like that. It's very art centric.
Okay. And this beer, what kind of beer is it?
It is a triple New England IPA.
Wait, you said triple?
Triple New England IPA.
Okay, so we've had double New England IPAs.
Yeah.
I have never heard of a triple, and 2, we've never featured a triple. So this would probably be another first beer for us.
Well, there you go.
All right. Well, I know last week Lena's beer pick didn't have the Krakening, so we are bringing the Krakening back.
Okay. Still won't forgive me for that.
So
No.
we're gonna vault the poppening, and we're gonna bring out the Krakening again.
Yeah, the Krakening is back for this episode. Not saying that the poppening won't happen again.
No, it will not. It will not be from me. I don't need your sass, sir.
I'm sorry. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get moving forward with the Krakening, and then we'll go from there. And we're back. Lena's favorite phrase. And she does like
One of her many favorite phrases.
and she's quiet. She's like, F you guys. I hate you guys. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get started with the Krakening. Cass, how about you start us off?
Oh, for sure, I guess. Wow. Damn, it smells pretty good. Ooh. This thing is hazy.
It sure is very hazy. I'm gonna be honest right now, and right off the bat, tell you that I like the artwork.
I'm telling you, man.
What do you see?
There's a lot more to these beers than just the flavor.
Well, I mean, I understand why they did what they did with the pictures. Obviously, they don't want to get copyright hit. But the Sandy with the mushroom on her helmet, that's funny.
Well, it kind of fits the name of the brewing company. So it's called Tripping Animals Brewing Company. So as you can see, the artwork is like a bunch of inhabitants of Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
But all drawn like if they're tripping or like, if you're tripping.
Yeah.
All very bright and vibrant colors.
Yep. Like
Yeah.
even like if you look at the dude's eyes right there, or actually all their eyes, they're all like holographic.
Yeah, they are.
They're shiny, they're shimmery.
And another thing I noticed right now, as I'm looking at the can, this beer is 10%.
Oh my god, I just saw that.
Yeah, this is 10%.
For
Well,
a pint.
It kind of reflects what I paid for it.
If you don't mind sharing with our audience.
It's a pretty penny, man. It was $30.
Ooh.
I didn't know this after the fact, because when I picked it, I was just like, oh, this looks like a pretty cool beer. Picked it off the shelf, went to pay 31 something. I'm just like, what? Well, I was just thinking to myself, well, I can't bitch out now. So I just paid the man.
Yeah, this and I'm gonna correct you what you said earlier. This is a triple India Pale Ale with mosaic motueka.
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 I don't know.
I would say motueka
I would say Motueka.
and Galaxy.
Well,
Those are the 3 different types of hops that are used for the
Oh, really?
brew. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You learn something new.
I didn't know
every day.
that. Thank you, Lena, for that information.
Well, I got the triple part from or the New England part from Untapped, because I tried looking for information on this beer on their website.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they didn't have any. So
Okay.
Untapped would be the next best thing, and it said New England. On
It also says this is our collaboration with our
Yes.
amigos from Calusa Brewing.
Yes.
So is this beer from both of them or?
It's a collaboration, so they're both. So like I stated earlier, like this brewing company is really focused on art, as well as they're kind of like a community type of thing. So they like to inspire people. They like to inspire people, and they like to be inclusive. You know, they don't like to necessarily pick and choose or anything like that. They like everybody to just be themselves and express themselves. Like I said, it's very art central.
Okay. So let's get a little bit into the origin of this brewing company, man. When did it start?
So this brewing company started in 2011 in Caracas, Venezuela.
It's Caracas.
I know, but I like to say Caracas. In Caracas, Venezuela.
When
Yeah.
you say it like that, I think of what's that lady's name from Modern Family? Sofia Vergara. There you go.
Oh yeah.
I can picture her
Caracas?
saying Caracas, like her saying it with her accent.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I can picture her saying that shit. I mean, I know she's not from there. She's from Colombia.
Yeah.
But-
Colombia.
Yeah. It's because I just saw a Modern Family skit on Instagram the other day, and
Yeah.
it was pretty funny.
Well, I mean,
There's always a bunch of them. They're really great.
Yeah, I'm actually considering watching the show now because
It's
of that.
awesome. You've never seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh my god.
And I heard that it got better once Sophia actually got on the show, because she wasn't there originally.
yeah.
yeah.
She got there, I think, like season 5 or something.
Oh,
I've
really?
I've
Yeah.
only seen her on it, but then I saw like clips of it on social media.
Yeah.
And all the kids are older, like
Oh,
stuff
because
is
they
happening.
brought it back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she got on it. That's when she was part of it, became a part of it.
Okay, yeah, because I know they recently brought it back. I think it's what,
No, not
not
recently.
recently.
Not recently?
This
She's
is
been
a
on
while.
it for years.
Oh,
She's been on it.
oh
for years.
no, I'm thinking about Full House, because they not rebooted it, but they started it again and they called it Fuller House.
Yeah.
And it's basically the same cast.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking of the wrong
So
thing.
sorry to cut you off, Cass. So
That's
you said Caracas, Venezuela.
Yeah, Caracas, Venezuela. And I mean, it's fine because I'm pretty much gonna butcher these the founders' names. So I don't know, man. You want to help me out here?
I got you. So basically, it was founded by Daniel Chocron, Ignacio Montenegro, Iker Eloriaga, and Juan Manuel Torres.
That's the only one I can say. No disrespect to the other guys, but I mean, like, that's the one that's just like, oh, I can say that one.
Your Mexican ancestors are crying inside.
Well, I mean, that's the only like Mexican sounding one. Everybody else is very Caracas sounding.
Well, Ignacio Montenegro is Mexican. It sounds Mexican too.
Yeah, but the last name is not.
Montenegro, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, that's a place in another country.
No,
That's not Mexico.
That doesn't mean it's
Yeah,
not.
that doesn't mean anything.
It means a lot of things, actually.
I know somebody with the last name Montenegro and it's Mexican, so it doesn't. That last name has.
Is he full Mexican?
I know a Castillo from Spain.
Oh, we're all over the place, man.
all of a sudden.
Yeah, but anyways, it was founded by these 4 people that I will not say their names because I will butcher them. It was founded out of their garage, surprisingly. And, this kind of goes back to the whole why we always do, like, IPAs and stuff like that. It's basically the beer to experiment with. Everybody makes IPAs. IPAs are
Well,
you know?
I mean, I would say that. I mean, from personal experience, I would say that IPAs are the most common of the experimental beers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But obviously, some people prefer other sorts of beers. You
Yeah.
know.
But it's like I want to say it's like the easiest to get into to start.
Yeah,
making.
yeah, I can agree with that.
The issue is there are different IPAs. Like
Yeah.
there's a whole spectrum. There's very, very sour, there's very bitter, and then they can get very sour and sweet, or they can just it just varies on the variety of hops that they use, and this is a triple one, so it is going to be very hoppy, which is probably why it's so
Hazy.
Yeah.
well, hazy and just foggy. Like it looks like it's gonna be a very heavy beer, but we haven't even gotten into that. So, but what I meant is, a lot of people don't like IPAs because they think of them as, oh no, those are just really strong beers with a very strong taste, and they don't like to give it a try. But you just have to find the right one to get you into the taste, and it is an acquired thing. Like you start to taste them, and you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll like this. You also have to see what other flavors you're into.
And on that topic, Voodoo Ranger, you've been messing with us a lot lately. You know, we share your stories. You know, we comment on your posts,
And you like it.
and you like it,
And
and you just leave us unliked. You know,
You
leave us.
leave us on red.
They're playing
Yeah.
hard to get.
You're playing hard to get, Voodoo Ranger. So you need to you need to stop it, because otherwise we're gonna ignore you, and we're not gonna talk to you anymore.
That's not true. Don't take these threats
No,
lightly.
no, that's not true. Voodoo Ranger, please sponsor us. But yeah,
Gotta throw it in somewhere.
I know. You know, we gotta.
That's a sellout. That's a sellout.
That's a sellout right there. All right, but continue, Cass.
Yeah, so it was founded out of their garage, making the beers that they made when they first started out of any ingredients that they can get their hands on. After a while, they traveled to breweries all around the world, trying to perfect the craft, like most people do, or like most of the brewing companies that we've done. They usually like travel, try to get little inspirations from here and there, and to try and craft their beers. Finally, in 2018, they settled in Doral, Florida, or Droll, Florida.
Is it Droll or Doral?
No, I think it's Doral. I think I misspelled that, or I what do you call it? Typoed it.
I don't think there's a place called Droll.
You never know.
I mean, it is Florida.
You never know, man.
They
Florida.
settled in Florida.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, my Florida people. If you guys are listening to us, we're not trying to make fun of you guys. It's just
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is Doral, Florida, though.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where they founded the Tripping Animals Brewing Company.
Okay.
As stated before, or actually their vision is like to push beer beyond what a beer is.
Okay.
Yeah, which explains why they travel around the world. They try to piece together different brewing techniques and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just try to learn as much as they can to elevate their beer game, I guess. The brewing company is focused on building a community, as I stated before. It's like art and music, inclusivity, and I mean, as you can tell, beer cans kind of say it all. Yeah. Art.
Yeah. I mean, it's really cool. Like I said, that's the first thing that caught my attention. The beer can artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up watching SpongeBob. I love SpongeBob. I still think it's funny to this day. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh hell yeah, man! SpongeBob is the stuff, dude.
But just watching the artwork on here, seeing Plankton look kind of high and with the devil horns, kind of, but he's just a different color. And like I said, I understand why they had to do that. Seeing this guy with a bunch of heads on his head, look all tripped out and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, with all the different expressions, it
Yeah,
looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's cool. I can appreciate that artwork. Have you guys tasted it yet?
I haven't tasted it.
No.
Let's taste it. Okay. This is good.
Oh. Why was I expecting something sour?
I think we
The funny part is that when I was actually looking into this beer, there is no IBU.
like it says IBU 0 or IBU NA.
It says IBU NA pretty much.
So basically, it hasn't been one. Okay, there's two reasons why I would say NA.
It hasn't been rated. Or
It hasn't been rated properly, or it literally has no.
No, yeah, it's
no
not
IBU.
bitter.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand if it has no IBU because this thing isn't bitter at all.
No.
Not like the other ones that we tried.
Let me put it simply, in a way that our listeners can understand. I said, like I told you before in other previous episodes, I always like to compare beers that are common to the beers we drink on the podcast, so that you have some sort of idea as to what we're drinking and what it would taste like if you were to drink it.
Right.
This beer does not taste like a damn beer.
It doesn't.
It does have that beer taste in your mouth.
The hops taste.
Yeah, the hops taste, but it does not. It's not strong.
I think that's the galaxy talking.
It does not taste like it. I mean, I'm actually astonished. When I heard you say triple, I'm like, okay, this shit's gonna be strong. Like, it's just gonna slap the thing out of me.
Kind of like triple distilled alcohol and stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I expected something sour. I expected something that was just gonna be like, oh fuck, this is gonna drag on.
Dude, it smells like it would be sour, like it would be bitter.
It does, and usually that smell is what I like to consider, and I'm sorry for this very graphic detail.
Oh no.
It kind of smells like piss.
What?
Yeah, smell it. It has that.
I can neither deny nor confirm that.
I won't.
Mostly
agree
out
with
of
that.
respect for the brewing company.
I'm sorry, I said, you know, it just has that smell, and usually IPAs have that faint smell. Like
Mhm.
if you're drinking it from a cup, you'll notice that smell, and it's nothing bad or anything like that. It's just a smell that IPAs have, and I've noticed it with a couple different IPAs we've already done on this podcast.
Right.
I just didn't want to say anything until I had confirmed it with enough beers to say
It
that
smells like piss.
a faint smell like piss. You know, it's just a faint sour smell.
That doesn't make it any better, man.
Yeah. So
You faintly smell like pee. Like, dude,
think
seriously?
about it. Think about it. I'm a plumber, dude. I smell this shit every fucking day. So I know
I
what I'm
mean,
talking about.
You got credentials there, and I can't argue. I can't argue that one.
Well, I would like to get a little technical with it.
Okay.
Like I said, I was inspired by Stan over at Liquorland to really pay attention to what's in the beers. And so,
Coincidentally, this is where I got it from.
So shout out again to our friends here at Liquorland.
Yep.
Located in Long Beach, on Long Beach. That's funny.
right
In Long Beach, on Long Beach.
on Long Beach Boulevard.
There you go.
On Long Beach Boulevard.
So it is a triple India Pale Ale with Mosaic, Montuca, and Galaxy hops. So I'll get into that. So the flavor, it doesn't taste like what we kind of expected because the Mosaic hops, they are a complex boutique of earthy pine and fruit aromas from berry to mango, and it doesn't contain a high alpha acid range between 11.5% and 13.5, generally not used for bitterness.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one. The second one, let's see, it's more related to the New Zealand hops.
Okay.
It contains bright notes of lemon, lime, and tropical fruits that make this how did we say we're gonna say it?
Motueka.
Motueka. A versatile brewing ingredient that complements any array of beer styles. And the acidic range is typically 6.5 to 8.5%, but it also just depends on
that. Now, I'm not trying to sound insensitive here, but Motueka, it sounds African. Like it sounds like of African origin. Am I wrong?
It says New Zealand. It says referred to as both New Zealand Motueka and Sass hops, which is, it doesn't really say where it's. Enjoy the taste of citrusy hop in commercial brews like Sierra Nevada. No, let's see.
No. I've just looked it up right now because I want to make sure that I'm not, obviously spreading wrong information. So Motueka is a town in South Island of New Zealand. So that kind of makes sense. It probably originates from that town, and then obviously that's where it got its name from. But yeah, sorry.
And then to continue, the Galaxy hops are from Australia. They're bred from Aussie High Alpha male and Perle male, and a result for a wonderful bright citrus flavor forward. For the smell, the aroma. It is a slightly higher alpha acid range. It ranges between 13 and 15%, and it says most commonly used as a late addition in a dry hop.
Okay.
Yeah. So that one has more of the citrusy flavor, and then the other one was like pine. One was lemon. So, it makes sense.
So it basically has like a combination of the three hops that give it this weird, good taste.
Yeah.
A weird, good, floral, citrusy, non-bitter taste.
I thought you were gonna say pissy taste, like
No.
pissy smelling taste.
Oh.
Stop. It does.
I totally
smell
forgot
like
about
piss.
it. I totally forgot
I
about
know,
it. Thank you
I'm
for
not-
reminding me.
Like I said, I don't want to disrespect the beer or the brewing company by saying that, but it's just a smell that comes from IPAs when you're drinking from a glass. It's just a smell, It's nothing bad, That I just want to clear that up.
The taste is very rich.
It is.
I think it's very full in flavor.
It is.
It's really good. It's really smooth.
You can
For
taste
10%, my mind is blown.
You
Yeah.
can really taste like everything that you name, like the floral, the citrus, the lime. You can actually taste it,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm actually. See, I'm already slurring my words.
That 10% is
For
kicking in.
real, that 10% slapping.
I don't know if our listeners have drank this, but if you guys have drank Humex or in the past, it kind of looks like the.
Isn't that one of Hugo's nicknames when he was a kid? It's
I don't
Hugo,
Juice.
Humex.
I'm not sure. It kind of looks like it as it's poured into a cup. It kind of has that distinction, at least to me. Looks like Humex.
It kind of does have like a little hint of mango in there, I think. That's
That-
what I taste.
I mean, it mentioned it can go from berry to mango, but it varies for beer to beer. Because I didn't get, all that hop information I just got from a third party website. I didn't get anything related to what they have on their website or
Yeah.
anything related specific to this beer. So maybe if you try the beer and you don't agree, it's probably just because there were different levels of how they used the hops, when they included it into the brewing part of it,
Yeah.
when crafting. So it just varies. I just wanted to look into what hops these beers are going to be containing so we can kind of get an idea of what we are going to be expecting or which should we be tasting,
There's like different kinds of hops and,
Yeah, they're meant to bring out certain flavors. There's so many. The list is insane.
Damn.
So
No,
it's really cool to learn about that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as we're growing with this podcast, we want to make sure that we're also learning as well. And, we're getting into drinking more beers and we want to also make sure that we know what we're talking about as
Right.
well.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, beginning from before this podcast, I knew what hops were, but I didn't know the range.
I honestly thought hops was just like one thing.
No,
Yeah, no,
there
it's
are
like one
actually
plant.
many, many hops that have different flavors. You include them at different times in your brewing process, like that last one, the Galaxy.
Yeah.
It's added in later because it's more of a dry hop. It's just supposed to bring in a certain type of flavor at the very end.
And that's pretty cool, just learning about that stuff, ultimately I'd like to see Hoppy Time, on a can sometime. I mean,
Maybe.
someday.
Yeah.
So, that would be one of my dreams for this podcast, just to eventually have a beer named after it,
Absolutely.
So that's
after it.
yeah, that's cool, Hoppy Time the beer.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. And I definitely would like to start in our garage, just start getting some ideas.
That would be interesting.
That'd be very interesting, actually.
Okay, maybe not our garage for reasons I won't get into, aside from not having much space. But I just think it'll give us
16-car garage, guys.
oh my gosh.
16-car garage.
We're not
everything
gonna get
fits
into
in
this
there.
for now.
Yeah, not that time, Chris. So I would definitely like to get into to making our own beer, whether it's a success or failure. It's just getting into that appreciation of what the process is
Yeah,
for these
definitely.
breweries. Like you said, it was a pretty penny to get these, and I can taste why. Not only is it the artwork on there, which is really, really cool and interesting. Definitely, once you see it, you can point out where it's from. SpongeBob. And then just the flavor. It's such a dark beer, and I thought bitterness was gonna kick, but no, there's no bitterness. It's very, very delicious. Very oh man, I want to say fruity, but there's also
fruity and floral.
fruity, and it has like earth flavor to it. I don't know how to put it, like that pine. Like I can kind of taste it. It's
Yeah.
really good. And for 10%, oh man, 10%.
Yeah, this thing does not taste like 10%.
Does not. This is
the
dangerous.
This is the lightest 10% I've ever tasted.
I think that for our listeners, if you were trying to have a relaxed day at home, crack open a few beers and just lay down and
A few
relax.
I don't know. Maybe
think you
after
should-
two of these,
Yeah,
a normal person
I
would
would
be
s-
really buzzed.
I would say $30. I know it can buy you a 36 pack or whatever it is if you
For
buy,
real.
but
Will you enjoy that 36
but
pack?
two of these beers, I guarantee you'll be on your sofa just
straight chilling.
I'm good. You know, like
straight tripping animals, bro.
Man, it's so good. I honestly didn't pay attention to the 10%, and I don't taste it in this beer, which is kind of scary.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I mean, I'm getting close to the end of the beer. It is very much strong. I can definitely feel the effects of it now, as we progressed through this podcast. I want to get to the important part of our podcast now.
What is the important part of our podcast?
And giving this beer a rating.
Ooh.
And I would want to hear, you know, some thoughts as far as to why you rated it, what you did. You know, I know we do this for most, but for those listeners that are just tuning into this episode, basically what we do is we give it a rating individually, and then we give our thoughts and our info as far as to why we gave it what we gave it. So far on our podcast, the highest rating as a group has been 8.93, and that was to Voodoo Rangers V2K for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
We're not being biased.
Totally biased.
I feel that with the way we've talked about this beer, I kind of feel that maybe that'll be tested today.
Yeah.
Just because I'm honestly astonished.
Well, I mean, you said it tasted like. I mean, it smelled like piss. So
I didn't
come
say it.
on, man.
I didn't say it about this beer. I said it about general IPAs.
No, you did.
No.
I did.
Somebody
No.
rewind this podcast and prove this man wrong.
Prove me wrong. Leave it in the
I
comments.
want to prove you wrong that it doesn't taste like piss. And
No.
I don't know what
I
IPA
didn't-
you're talking about.
I never said it tasted like piss. I
You
said
said
it
it
smelled.
smelled
sorry,
like
smell
piss.
like this. Sorry.
It smelled as you're drinking it from the cup.
So you admit that you said it smelled like piss.
Yes, I admit it smelled like piss. But that's not what I mean. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to shame the beer or the brewing company. Okay. But yeah. So I want to go ahead and start off with Lena and leave Cass for last.
What?
Because I want to hear his final thoughts on everything. So Lena's not too happy to go first.
No, I'm not. I always go first.
See, there you go. You always go first.
There you go. Let's not break something that's good.
No, I don't like this.
If it
All right,
ain't
Lena.
broke, don't fix it.
All right, Lena, get us started.
I'm going to start with I hate you both. But honestly, I'm going to give this a 9. And it's going to be one of my other highest aside from V2K being a 9.3. But man, V2K is just really, really good. But we've already gone over that. This one, honestly, for 10%, which is way more than V2K, it doesn't taste like it. It also has fruity with earth tones to it. It's honestly delicious, and I recommend anyone to try it. If you want to get into an IPA, this one does not taste very sour, bitter, or harsh. It's going to be something smooth to take down, and it is a little heavy, which is why I'm still not done with my cup, I'll be honest, but it's so good. And honestly, with it being 10%, I'm not trying to down this thing. I already feel good halfway through, and it just honestly so delicious. The artwork was really great. I guess the only thing I can complain is the price point, but I didn't pay for it. But
So can you really complain?
well, I would complain if I buy it again because this is honestly
But
a
have
beer.
you bought it again?
Well, no, but I
Then
will.
you can't complain.
Well, like I said, I can't complain just yet, but I probably will the next time I buy it. But paying that much for this beer is completely worth it. One will be just enough for me, and it'll last. And honestly, it's great flavor. It's not even just that. It just tastes like there's great ingredients in it. It's just so, oh man, I can't even put into words how much I really, really enjoy this beer, that it's so close to V2K for me because
Okay.
it's stronger. And I think that's amazing. Like, I don't know. It's honestly blowing my mind that I'm out of loss of words. I hope others want to reach out and try this. And I hope they have the same feeling. It's awesome.
Okay. Definitely understandable. So here's where it's going to get interesting. I 100% enjoyed this beer. So much that I'm almost done with it. I was very surprised by the 10% rating. I had not seen the can prior to doing the podcast, so I was unaware of what I was getting myself into. But seeing the 10%, seeing that no IBU, seeing how smooth it was to drink it, seeing how there's no sour taste, loving the artwork on the can. Honestly, this is finally my first 10.
What?
Really? Jesus
Really?
Christ.
Really.
Oh my God.
And this is the reason why.
The pressure is on.
I know. I'm
and
sweating.
and this is the reason why. It's not because of it has nothing to do with I guess favoritism. Honestly, it's a really great tasting beer. Honestly, I was very overwhelmed with the taste.
Yeah. Flavor is strong. It's good.
It's strong. It's not sour. It's very easy to drink.
Yeah.
You know, if I were to give this to somebody, I'm pretty sure they drink it. You know, no questions asked. You know, they wouldn't hesitate. Even if I told them, hey, it's an IPA, try it. They try it. They'd be like, oh, this is good. You know,
Yeah.
that's how good this is.
It's dangerous.
And it is. And that's how much I like this beer. You know, I wouldn't mind paying $31 for a 4-pack of these, because honestly, this is really good beer.
It's worth it, and that's what I'm saying. I know it was expensive, maybe, but damn, is it good?
Yeah, and it's really good. And I know I've said this about previous beers on the podcast, but I want to say this tops them all. This tops all the beers I've ever mentioned on the podcast.
So far.
So far, exactly, so far. And I mean, we're like I said before, and we said in the earlier podcast episodes, we're eventually going to revisit these beers to give a second opinion after we've done a variety of other beers.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to revisit these beers and, you know, give a second opinion as far as to what we think now.
Yeah.
You know, after so much time has passed.
Yeah, like we're hopefully a little bit more knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Right.
So so for now, I'm gonna go ahead and give this beer a 10. And that's gonna be my rating, man. Because honestly, I really enjoyed this beer. This one really, you know, as they say, swept. What is this?
Swept your feet.
There you go. That
Swept you off your feet.
Yeah, there you go. That. So so definitely a 10 from me. How about you, Cass?
Well, I kind of wasn't trying to say anything while you guys were, talking and giving your ratings. But well, before I even get into this thing, I don't know if we pointed it out, but this is a collab beer with Calusa Brewing,
Okay.
which is also from Florida, but
Okay.
this one's from Sarasota. But yeah, you know, I just wanted to mention it because it wasn't just Trippin' Animals Brewing Company. This is a collab beer, and one of my things, or like one of my rules in life, is to give credit where credit is due.
Right.
And you know, everybody deserves it. You know, maybe yes, they canned it and they're putting it out, but the other brewing company also had a part to play in it. So you know,
yeah,
you gotta
I
give
agree.
them, you gotta give them credit. It doesn't matter if it's 1%, below 1%. If somebody had a part in something, it's only right to give them credit. So you know, I'm just mentioning them because I'm pretty sure we didn't do it, but.
No, I don't think we did. So I'm glad you brought it up because it is on the can. I see it now. I see it.
Yeah,
on the side.
it's like it's small, but it's there.
Right.
You know, it's like right here on the top. And
it's funny because it's Cal USA Calusa. That's awesome.
Cal USA.
that's pretty
Yeah.
cool, actually. I didn't notice that. But if you can see, like on the can, it has like the little trippy eye, and then it says the times, which is usually like in collaboration with Calusa.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. But while you guys were talking, like you guys had some pretty good points. You know, like it's a strong beer. It's smooth. It doesn't taste like 10%. But I don't know, man. Like I said, the pressure is on. Lena gave it a 9. You gave it Flames
10.
Kid gave it a 10.
I mean, but go with what you think. You
No,
know,
yeah,
wherever,
obviously.
wherever you want to place it.
Obviously, I'm gonna do what I think or where I place it. But I don't know, man. I had like some stuff to say, but I totally forgot about it because I was going on like I mentioned Calusa, man. You know, you gotta give credit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this beer, in my honest opinion, it's good. It is, like Flames Kid said, it is it is a good beer to give to somebody that doesn't like IPAs or that disapproves of them, I guess.
Yeah.
It's smooth, as we stated before. It has like different hints of stuff. It's obviously not sour. We all can agree that it's not sour.
Right.
But all in all, I don't want to say it's a 10 like Flames Kid gave it. In my opinion, obviously.
Yeah.
There's like a little... Flames Kid said it's a great beer. That's a good tasting beer. In my opinion, it is a good beer. I don't think the taste is all there. And I'm not trying to say that it tastes bad. I'm not trying to say that it's not, smooth or anything like that, because it is. It's a good tasting beer and it's smooth. But there's just something missing in the taste. I don't think the taste is worth a 10.
Okay. I honestly think that's because you're used to the bitterness. You're used to sourness with IPAs, and this one is missing that, which is crazy.
And that's fine, because like I said, we all have different taste buds, you know.
Yeah, that's why we're all here.
And I'm glad that you're actually bringing that up, because to you, to who's an avid drinker and an avid IPA drinker, at
just
that,
call me an alcoholic.
Yeah, basically, that's what I heard.
Basically what you're saying.
It's good that you bring that up, because some people actually like the sourness in beers. I've had conversations with people, and some people actually like the sourness. Some people actually like that taste. And for somebody like you who's bringing it up and saying, well, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that, it's because you're so used to it,
Yeah.
You're so used to it. So for you to have this beer at the percent that it's at and not feel that sour taste after you drink it is like, what the fuck?
It's not really like the fact that it's missing the sourness. It's more like the taste is a little confusing.
Well, yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't match a 10% type of.
Yeah.
You don't taste the 10%.
It's more well, not just that. It like the floral and the fruit, like it's just a little bit overwhelming because you taste everything. You don't, and they necessarily don't really mix.
Okay.
In my mouth, at least, or like in my taste buds, they don't
that's
really
fine.
mix.
Yeah,
because I take a sip of it.
Yeah.
And then when I take a sip of it, I get the floral, and then the aftertaste tastes like mangoes. And it's it's basically like eating flowers and mangoes, dude. Like, who eats flowers and mangoes? Like, nobody. At least not to my knowledge, nobody does that.
No comment.
But I mean, I'm not trying to put the beer down. The beer is great. The beer is good. But all in all, I think I'm gonna give it like an 8.7, to be honest.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Like I said earlier, there's a whole spectrum of IPAs out there. There are so many different types of hops. I want to say hundreds and thousands, but that's probably not true. There are so many different types of hops, and they all have a distinguishing flavor, which is why this is a triple IPA. That's why all those little flavors are kind of getting to you.
Yeah.
It's not a typical IPA for sure, but that's why there's a variety, because it comes to different people. Somebody that probably doesn't like, I can't even say these words, but for someone who doesn't like voodoo because of the flavors that they have, we are avid voodoo drinkers. We are used to that strong flavor.
Yeah.
We are used to the bitterness. We are used to the sourness. We love voodoo, but not everybody does. It took Hugo V2K, which is like a grapefruit flavor, which is it's much lighter IPA. Even though it is still kind of on the stronger side, it's just not as up there with like Imperial, with the original.
Yeah.
So it just, certain IPAs are not for everybody. So this one was not your best. You appreciate what it has to offer, but it's just not on your level.
Yeah. I mean, it's totally worth $31, but I don't think this is for everybody. I know I said earlier that people that have never tried IPA because they're scared of like the sour taste, or when people say IPA they think sour. This is a good beer for them because this shows them that all IPAs aren't sour.
They're not all the same.
Yeah. But as for like, for somebody that does drink IPAs, or that's used to their taste, like you guys stated, I think this would surprise a lot of people, and not in a good or bad way, more in a like surprising way, like kind of like the same experience that I had. It's just like, wow, like,
This is possible.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, you know what? That other beer that you had, I'm so sorry. I don't remember the name.
Which one?
It was 10/23. What was the date on it?
Best Buy 1031.
There you go. Best Buy 1031. 9.5. Didn't taste like one. But it did have
It did have that bitter taste. And
it did have a hoppy bitter taste.
yeah, but the thing is, like, that it only tasted like citrus. It had one flavor to it. This one has like a combination of like 3 different tastes.
Well,
that
'cause there's
kind of
3 different hops.
yeah, yeah. But in my opinion, I don't think they mix well.
Mm.
But I mean, to cut it short, because like I'm going on a tangent here. Yeah, I'm giving it an 8.7. It's like I said, it's not necessarily a good beer. It's not necessarily a bad beer. It doesn't necessarily taste bad. It's just for people that are used to IPAs, I think they would kind of be a little iffy about this one.
It turns head for sure.
Yeah. Because a lot of people would enjoy it, kind of like Hugo. If we told him to drink this, he'd probably like it, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
But for somebody that like is an avid beer drinker, likes IPAs, like
Avid
stuff.
IPA
kind of like Raymond that likes those sour IPAs.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think he'd like this.
No, because
Definitely, he wouldn't like this.
It's so
for
different.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's different. It's light. It's fruity. It's floral.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look for that in a beer. He likes hard and sour. You know.
Mm.
That's what she said.
Oh, God.
But yeah, and for anybody that doesn't know, Raymond is one of our friends that is in our friend group that we kind of don't mention him because he
We have a lot of friends we don't really talk about.
yeah, he's just one that comes to mind because I kind of talk to him more than Flames Kid and Lena do because we kind of play games together. But he's still in our friends group. He knows all of us, and he's a really cool guy. And he recently took a trip, on a tangent. He took a trip to Iowa for Knot Fest, and he had a beer there, and he was trying to he was telling me about it. So I was trying to help him find it here. Unfortunately, I guess they don't sell it here, or they don't have any information on it here. But he was telling me like what he likes in a beer, and I use him as an example. He probably wouldn't like this.
That's fine. Like I
Okay.
said, not every beer is for everyone, and that's why we are doing these reviews to kind of express what it tastes like for us. And it is biased. It's based off of our opinions. So we could be wrong, or we could be not in agreement with everybody.
Yeah.
But it's good that you have a different opinion on that. I'm glad that not everybody's just gonna rate it very high.
Yeah.
Because this is the reality. Everybody has a different palate.
I think this is the first time I rate a beer that I picked lower than you guys.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the first times that, not that I didn't enjoy it, but that it just wasn't there. Like it wasn't a full beer for me. I
It
guess.
wasn't what you expected.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, it's
Still
been
a
a
good beer.
It's been a whole probably 30 minutes since I drank this beer, and honestly, I'm already feeling the effects.
I'm still
10%
halfway.
is 10%.
Yeah.
I got maybe like 2 sips, 2 gulps left. I guess. I'm not sure.
All right, guys. Well, overall, with Lena's 9 score, with my 10 score, and with Chris Cass's 8.7, that puts us at an average hoppy rating at 9.23, which is officially our highest rating for a beer.
Damn.
Whoa.
Well,
Really?
I think
did-
your 10 kind of bumped that thing up.
Yeah, and like I said, to me, obviously maybe in the future I'll revisit this and change that 10 to something else.
Yeah.
But as of now, dude, this beer really blew me away. And like I said, it's just because it's so subtle. It's like one of those beers that you'll have and you won't know it's a 10 until somebody tells you.
Yeah.
You know?
You're right.
Yeah.
If somebody just gave me this beer and like, hey, have this beer, and I drank it, I'm like, fuck, this is good.
I think about maybe like a restaurant where they have the beer names, but they don't have the percentage next to it.
Yeah.
You order it and
Uh-huh.
you're drinking it, and then you start feeling it, and you're like, wait, what the hell's happening? And then you ask, oh, it's a 10%.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well,
I just
Yeah.
downed this whole thing.
well, for me, honestly, the only thing that didn't click with me was the mixture of flavors. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. The mixture of flavors kind of just like
And
killed
that's
it for
fine.
me.
And that's fine. Like I said,
Yeah.
we all have different palates, taste buds. We're all gonna see things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And that's why it's important for us to talk about it. It's okay to see things differently and to taste things differently. That's our one of the major reasons for this podcast, which is why we have 3 people, so that we're not always in agreement with everybody.
Yeah.
Trios are the best. Blink 182.
Speaking about that, we're close to seeing Angels and Airwaves.
Yeah.
I think 2 weeks from this point, right?
Oh my.
Yeah. So
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. So we should be. We'll talk about it as soon as as soon as we do that.
That should be a fun experience.
It should be.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, with all that being said, with our final thoughts on this beer already in, we're gonna go ahead and bid you adieu. If it's been fun, and we also just want to bring up, it's been fun recording these episodes over the last 13 weeks.
How many months is that?
That's a little over 3 months. It's been fun.
It's kind of like those moms that are like, yeah, my son is 13 weeks. Dude, your son is like
A newborn.
months? 4 months?
No,
Yeah.
I love when they say like,
Oh, 3
oh,
months.
36 months. It's like,
Bro,
or
he's
24
3.
months. He's 2 years old.
No, the funny ones are they're like, oh, he's like 63 months. Bitch, that motherfucker's a year old.
What? Over a year.
That's why. But he's a year old,
Oh.
He's 104 weeks old. Wait, what?
Yeah, but yeah, we just want to thank you guys for listening to us and our ramblings and our randomness. It's kind of been a little harder to record these last few episodes just because work has got us all crazy and we come home late, and it's been a little difficult. It's nothing too complicated, but
9 to 5s, man. I told you, 9 to 5s, dude.
Yeah.
9 to 5s are great, but when you gotta do things during the week, it
It's
doesn't
hard.
pan out.
yeah, but we're trying to stick to the schedule and just releasing it on a weekly basis. So for now, we're still on the same path. Nothing has changed. Next week it'll be my pick. I am hoping to have a little surprise for you guys for that episode. And you'll know more about it as the week progresses. So yeah, just stay tuned. Listen to us as the episodes come out, and follow us on Instagram, where you'll kind of get an idea of what's going to be happening for the next episode. So for now, again, we bid you adieu. I've been Flameskid.
I've been Lena.
And I've been Chris Cass. Screw you, Hugo. I had to fit that in somewhere.
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 Oh man, I'm sorry, Hugo. And
Always drink responsibly and do not drink and drive. Thank you.
You gotta fit that in somewhere too.
yeah, that's Lena's thing now. She has to be the awareness.
Hey man, that's good because sometimes I forget because I'm a little too tipsy or a little too buzzed or maybe a little too drunk sometimes.
Well, with all that being said, with all you guys listening to us not drinking and driving, and making sure you guys are safe as you're drinking.
Hey yo man, shout outs to anybody that listens to us because I know we don't say that, but we really appreciate anybody that listens to this.
we definitely appreciate everybody. We've seen a lot of love on Instagram.
Yeah.
A lot of random people, whether it be my followers, Chris Cass's followers, or Lena's followers.
Yeah.
They've just randomly added the page, and and we thank you for that.
Yeah,
It's
man. We'll take any support we can get.
definitely, we're always gonna give you guys a shout out. We appreciate it. Again, I know we say this in every podcast, but follow our Discord. We do post there often enough, and you do get updates as the new episodes come in. Discord will notify you when the episodes are in, if Spotify doesn't do it on a timely basis, because sometimes Spotify can take a little bit of time to tell you that the episode's up. But yeah, with those being our final words, visit our website, hobbytimepodcast.com. It is updated weekly. And yeah, we bid you adieu. Good night.
Night.
I got a shower.
Voodoo Ranger, still please sponsor us.
Give us tickets to your voodoo world.
Oh yeah, it's Voodoo World. Vincent Voodoo. Okay, bye.